Ruari, welcome to Tannadice. You're the first signing of the January window. How are you feeling?
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. It's been kind of going on for a couple of weeks now, and I'm just delighted, obviously it's done and I'm finally here, you know.
What made this the right decision for yourself?
Well, I mean, it was a bit of a no-brainer when it came up. Obviously, you know, I have an opportunity to come to a place like this, and the time that it's in at the minute, you know, a club that's doing really well and a team that's, you know, looking to push forward again. And, you know, I've obviously had experience of it last year, had a taste of what it is, and, you know, I fancied a bit more of it now, so, yeah.
Yeah, how much more inviting is it for yourself coming in to a team that's fighting at the top end of the table?
Yeah, obviously that's kind of what you're here for. As a player, you want to come into a team that's successful and is looking to push on. And, you know, I've been in teams that are struggling and it's horrible. But this seems to be, you know, obviously I know a few of the people that are already here. It seems to be a solid group with good people in it. And I want to come in and just add to that and, you know, make a good team better.
Last season you obviously scored a barrel load of goals for Queen's Park, playing in the same division as ourselves, but from the outside looking in, was this a project that you wanted to be a part of?
Yeah, I was just speaking to Ross there about, you know, players in the league, they go to certain places, and I was saying to him, I was looking, thinking, I could get used to this, you know, I could see myself here. And I really tried to play well in the games against yous, because I thought, you know, maybe if I did get an opportunity to come here, I would, you know, be all over it. And obviously, you had a great year last year, and you know, it's just became a kind of match now, you know, and I'm really looking forward to get going.
Yeah, having watched this for the first half of the season, what do you feel you can add to this side?
Well, I've looked at obviously a lot of the games now. When I knew it was kind of coming up, I tried to look and study a bit what I think I can do for the team in terms of. I don't think I would say I'm a traditional striker in terms of I'm just going to do one or the other thing. I think I can bring other people in the team into the game. Hopefully I can use my creativity to get opportunities for other people as well. I don't believe in being selfish as a striker. I don't think you should be selfish as a player at all. So hopefully I can come into a team and get into areas and cause danger to other teams and use the people that are already in the team that have obviously got some quality, you know, that hopefully I can add to them and set them up and obviously try to get my own goals by being ruthless in the box. You've got
a fellow countryman here as the manager, Jim Goodwin. I'm sure that will help you settle in a wee bit, but what kind of conversations have you had with him so far?
I was just in there speaking to him about obviously what he wants from me, what I want to do in terms of going forward in the season. And yeah, I suppose there's always a little thing about being Irish and that little connection. He kind of understands where I'm from. So, you know, there wasn't too many chats in terms of he knows my journey through Scotland. I've been here a long time, played at a lot of clubs. I know more or less everyone, and I think he's looked at it and said, you know, just do what you can do here. And he knows what I'm capable of, and it's up to me now to go out and prove it, you know.
Yeah, you're someone that's been around a big club environment before. You obviously spent a wee bit of time at Hibs when you were younger. How beneficial do you feel that experience will be coming somewhere like Dundee United?
Well, yeah, I went there, Jesus, you know, it's a proper cliche. I went there as a boy and I left as a man. I went to a club like that and I obviously tried to get a grip of it like I will here. You know, get a grip of what it means to people here, and then obviously the supporters that come. You want to try and get into their head in terms of what would they want from you in terms of if they were able to play in the pitch. You know, you try to get a grasp of what it is, and at Hibs I definitely did. You know, the similar situation. I went there in a championship and they won it, and there were some good players there who, you know, you learn what it takes to play at a place like this and dealing with pressure and, you know, having to be at the right standard constantly. And it's a tough environment, football. You know, it's quite cutthroat, but some people don't like that, but I do, and I'm obviously trying to come here and get a grips of everything, but having experience of it is definitely going to stand to me later on, yeah.
I'm sure United fans are well aware of your talents. You've scored a lot of goals through most of the pyramid, Lowland League, League 2, League 1 and the Championship. So
good research you've done.
How excited are you to go and test yourself in the Premiership now?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it actually in terms of what a roller coaster it's been from leaving Hibs and having to kind of basically work my way all the way through every level. But Yeah, when you look at it now, I mean, it doesn't get bigger than this in Scotland. And what I'm really looking forward to is getting, you know, kind of going up against the teams in this league and saying, you know what, well, you know, let's have a go. Let's see what this is about. I think hopefully the supporters have seen a little bit, you know, a glimpse yet last year, but hopefully what they can get this year is they can see someone who definitely is, you know, trying to play with his heart on his sleeve, and, you know, try absolutely give everything you can on the pitch. I know if every supporter that's watching can see that, I'm more than happy with that, you know. But in terms of the league and the level, yeah, definitely. I'm ready to go and try and put my mark on it.
It sounds like the supporters mean quite a lot to you no matter where you play.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, in terms of, it's what makes the environment in a pitch. When you go to a stadium and you look out there tonight with the lights on, and it's stunning, and you think, what actually makes the football is the people that come to it. And you need to try and understand the people that come to the game, who they are and what this place means to them, because you are just a person that gets to play for their club. You know, it's like you need to really try get into the mind of the people that work here and the people that come to the games and pay their money to come in the turnstiles and watch you. You need to understand what it means to them, because then you are really in the heart of a club, because that is what the supporters are, you know. And obviously it sounds like you're just saying that for the camera, but it's the truth.
You touched on earlier the quality that's already here, obviously. Sam Dalby was playing at the same level as yourself last year, and he's come up here and he's now the top scorer in the league. Can you take a wee bit of inspiration from him?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, obviously, you've got people like him who are doing well, and then a lot of the people here last year, you look at, obviously, kind of Kevin Hall, Louis Malt up front as well, Glenn Middleton, a lot of people here that I've played against and you know well. And you know what the first thing you need to do, obviously, is you need to gain the respect of them people when you go into the environment, and you say, right, well, yeah, he's decent, he can add to the team, and I know them, and you need to prove yourself to the players first, and then obviously the management need to know what you're about, and then the club and the supporters. So yeah, it does give me a bit more ease knowing that I'm coming to a place where I know the people, and I know the familiar faces, and I know what they're about and what they do, you know. So you look at people like him and they've came, it definitely does give you a bit of confidence to say, you know, I can put my mark on this place. I'm
sure those lads that you touched on there that played against you last year will be well aware of how good you are, and they'll have that respect for you already. Yeah, well, hopefully. I think I fought with a few of them as well. Big Deck and Kevin, had a few scuffles with them, but hopefully what I would like to think is that my personality on the pitch can actually be quite different from what I am off it. In terms of I'm quite sociable off it, but on the pitch I would say I'm quite angry and, you know, try to use that emotion to get the best out myself. But hopefully they're fully aware of what I can do. But the first thing you need to be is you need to be a good person in the changing room. You need to be good for a group, and then obviously show your quality on the pitch. But hopefully they just don't, you know, take my character too seriously on the pitch and think that I'm a bad fella. That aggression that you were talking about, I'm sure that will come in handy tomorrow night. How exciting a prospect is it making your debut in a Dundee derby?
Oh, Jesus, doesn't get any, you know, more important for a fan here than a big derby like that. And you know, I was thinking about it on the way up. That's what, when you were a kid, that's the stuff you were trying to become a professional footballer for, was that you want to play in big games that mean things to people, you know, and scoring important goals in big games. And it's something that I've thought about definitely the last couple of years, you know, coming up the pyramid, thinking, I remember watching a couple of the games and thinking, man, I'd love to be playing in one of them, you know, I'd love to be scoring a goal in one of them. So, geez, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I think you've already played 19 games this season for Port Vale, so you must feel you're up to speed with the demands.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. But then you should be, you're employed to be fit and able all the time, you know. You're supposed to be able to be called upon whenever. And you're meant to look after your body, you're meant to know your body, and, you know, being out of shape really isn't an option, or being unfit isn't an option. I mean, if you did get thrown in tomorrow, you have to be able to deal with it. And that's the environment we're in. So, yeah, geez, I'm fit and able and ready to go, to be honest with you, yeah.
Loans are always a two-way thing, so what are you hoping to achieve during your time at Tannadice?
I'm hoping to come here and leave a really good impression on people, and come here and say he was a really good player. He done really well for us, and, you know, long term, I mean, it's definitely not the worst place to be. I mean, it's an absolute brilliant club. But in the immediate, I'm just thinking about the 6 months for now and what I can do in this club and add to, you know, an already prospering team. And that's probably what I'm most thinking of, getting regular games to come in and really be a great asset. That's probably my biggest aim, you know, and to be enjoying my football.